1, 2, 3.
Hello, everyone. This is Kyle Galaz with Poor2Pro Car Sales Training Podcast. Become a sales titan. We are in Season 6, Episode 1. We're going to be talking about, are they buying because of you or the brand? This episode marks the 3-year anniversary of the podcast, 3-year anniversary of Poor2Pro. I just want to say thank you to all my listeners that have been with me since the beginning and new listeners now. I appreciate all the support over the 3 years, the kind words, the ratings on my podcast. I'm 5 stars, perfect ratings, and it means a lot to me. When I first got in the car business, my first day on the job, they said, go sell a car. And I thought, oh, okay, we're doing this. Today's the day. We're selling a car today. And they just threw me out there. The reason why I started the podcast is because I want to help salespeople that aren't getting proper training from their dealership. The podcast is your gateway to becoming a sales titan. Make sure you guys are listening to it. Make sure you guys are sharing it. If you want to show some support, share the podcast with somebody you love that you feel like, hey, could benefit from the podcast. But I started the podcast because I feel like it was my duty to pay it forward from all the clawing and climbing and struggling through the car business to get good. Why can't I sum it up for these people that are getting in the car business or been in the car business that haven't had proper training? I wanted to do something that I can give back and I could help people like you out there get better at the car business. If you want to show some support to me, there's a couple ways to do it. You can go to buymeacoffee.com/Poor2Pro. You can buy me a one-time coffee, or you can sign up for a membership and get some cool perks. I love hearing from all my listeners. You can reach out to me on Facebook. Search for Kyle Galaz. Instagram, you can go to Poor2Pro_Car Sales Training. I will message back anyone who messages me about the car business. I love hearing from you guys, whether it's how you're doing in the car business, how your last week has been, how you found the podcast, what dealership you work at, anything you guys want to message me about. I'm love hearing from you guys. I love the kind words, and I'm here for you guys 100%, and I always will be doing the podcast. I appreciate all your feedback and the support with the books too. You guys are going to Amazon and buying my books, and I appreciate that too. So keep up the good work at the dealerships, and I'm proud to say that I'm helping you guys out, and I'm proud to meet each and every one of you, and I promise you I will meet you guys at your dealership one day. I'm trying to get the podcast to the next level to become the #1 car sales trainer on the planet. That is my goal, and you guys are my gateway to get there, so I appreciate it. All right, let's talk about this episode. Are they buying because of you or the brand? We're going to be talking about different levels of customers, different customers that require different things. And we're going to break down how many sales each of these customers will bring you per month, on average. Give or take. It's not going to be perfect science. There's nothing perfect in the car business. It's controlled chaos. We got to do everything we can with every opportunity we get. If you have a customer in front of you, do everything you can to sell them a car no matter what they say. These customers that are just lookers, these customers that are cross-shopping, these customers that I just started looking, these customers that I'm not buying till next year, these customers that I can't buy till whatever. Who cares what they're saying? Because they don't even know what they're saying. All you need to worry about is I have a customer in front of me, and no matter what this customer says, I'm going to do everything I can to push them through the steps of the sale and try to get a sale. That's all you need to worry about. Don't worry about what they're saying, because half the time they don't even know what they're saying, and when they run into the salesperson that is on fire, they buy a car no matter what they say. So we need to make sure we are on point at all times to take advantage of any opportunity that a customer gives us to sell them a car. Whether they're buying or not, in my mind, I'm going to try to sell them a car today. And that's how your mindset needs to be when you're at the dealership. Take every opportunity. So let's talk about these different levels of customers. The first level of customer already loves your brand. And whether you're there or not, they're buying that brand. They don't require a salesperson to lay a thick sales pitch down to buy the car. All they need is a salesperson with a pulse, and they're buying the car because of the brand. They're not buying because of you, they're buying because of the brand. This will make up 3 to 4 car deals a month, maybe more, depending on your foot traffic at your dealership. But this customer doesn't require sales skills. This customer may not even require product knowledge. This customer already loves your brand. They've already picked out the car on the internet. They just need someone that has a pulse to finish the car deal. Now this will make up a few car deals a month. Let's say it makes up 5 car deals a month. Is 5 car deals a month to you success? Is 5 car deals a month to you even interesting? 5 car deals a month should be, the beginning of your month, the first 10 days, the first 7 days. This is the warm-up number, not the end number. We don't need to focus a whole lot on that customer. You just need to clock in. The next level of customer is customers that already know the brand. Maybe they've owned one in the past. They just want to make sure your brand, the newer models, have the right technologies or the right features to finish the deal. I just want to make sure that this time I get heated seats and this time I has leather, right? That's that buyer. They kind of already know the brand. They're familiar with it. They just want to make sure they're getting Apple CarPlay, a moonroof, and heated seats this time because last time they couldn't afford it or it wasn't in stock or they couldn't get approved for the nicer one. And now they want to come back and get the nicer one. This customer requires some product information, some product knowledge. This requires more than just a paper pusher and a pulse. This customer requires, oh yeah, this time around I need something that can pull 5,000 to 8,000 pounds. Okay, so now we need some product information. We need some product knowledge to sell this customer. This is like level 2 customer, not a final boss. This is the beginning levels of a customer that just need to make sure you know the product enough to make them feel reassured that they're buying the right vehicle from you. Yeah, this one does tow 7,500 pounds. Here's the tow rating sheet. Here's the gear ratio. Here's the engine we have. Yep, this one will pull 9,000 pounds and you said 7,500. Okay, yeah, let's go test drive it. That customer, this level 2 customer requires some product knowledge so they're reassured that they're buying the right vehicle. Okay, now we go to level 3 customer. This is when sales skills, we're crossing over to needing some sales skills. Customers comparing brands. Now this is a customer that may not have owned your brand or it's been so many years it doesn't even count. And they may not know the other brand that they're comparing to. This customer is a cross shopper. They're kind of 50-50. They're on the fence. They're looking at your brand. They're looking at the competition's brand. They've never owned either. And they're kind of a blank slate. They know a little bit about it, but this customer comparing the brand needs a little bit more than just some product knowledge. This customer needs some sales skills. This customer needs product knowledge from you. This customer needs to be convinced that your brand, because they're on the fence and we have to tip them to your brand, this level 3 customer needs a little bit more than just the basics. They need to be sold. They need to be convinced. They need to be shown that your product is the right way to go versus the competition. And if they still want to go compare that brand, then we haven't done enough in front of them at your dealership to earn their business right now, that they still don't feel convinced enough to buy yours on the spot. They still need to go look at that other brand. Now, this customer comparing brands may be looking at 3 brands, 4 brands. It doesn't matter how many brands they're looking at. They're kind of a clean slate, this level 3 customer that just needs someone that has some skills. What kind of skills do they need? Can you show them why yours is better than the competition's? Can you show them why yours has more value per dollar than the competition? Do you have those skills to convince them to go with your brand? And then we get into this level 4 customer. The level 4 customer wants to buy what they're used to. They're already loyal to another brand. I dealt with this when I was selling Alfa Romeo and Maserati. You guys kind of know my story. Before I became a sales manager, I was selling Alfa Romeo and Maserati. These are newer brands to USA. The Giulia came out in 2017 in the US. Well, people haven't bought Alfa Romeos or not familiar with them since the 80s and 90s. And back then they were junk. So every customer I got on the sales floor with an Alfa Romeo already had loyalty to a BMW, to an Audi, to a Mercedes, to a Jaguar. They already had loyalty to other brands. So every Alfa Romeo I sold on the floor, I had to have the value advantage. I had to show them why our product is better than the competition's. So I got really good at this, and so are you. Selling over the brand that the customer is already loyal to. But this is that level 4 customer that's tough because they already want to buy the other brand. They're just doing their due diligence in shopping. So they feel warm and fuzzy that, hey, I did look around, but my brand is still the best. These are customers that are tough to sell, but these are the customers that will make that extra 5 to 6 deals a month because these are the customers that you and people already judge that, oh, they're just looking around. Oh, yeah, he's not buying yet. Oh, he's shopping 5 different brands. Well, yeah, because he's going to buy one of the 5. So when you go back into the sales floor and your peers say, well, what happened with that guy? He's just looking around. He's shopping 5 brands. That was your opportunity with that customer to take that business from what he already knows, what she already knows, that other brand that they're loyal to. These are tougher customers because this customer definitely needs a value advantage. And you have to build a load of trust that what you're saying is true. If you just spit out a bunch of information about your product over the brand they're loyal to, or bash their brand that they're loyal to, you're going to lose that customer. You have to build trust. You have to build a friend. You have to build rapport. These customers take a lot of energy. They take a lot of skill. But these customers also can be the most rewarding because they have a 780 credit score. They have 10 grand down. They're not buried in their trade. Yes, is it a tough negotiation? Absolutely. But it's still a car deal. And the tougher the negotiation that you can overcome, the better your skills get. If you get a lay down every day, you're never going to get good at selling. They just needed someone with a pulse. You don't get skill. You don't get promoted. You don't become something greater than you are by doing laydowns all the time. And laydowns won't pay your bills. Laydowns account for that 5 deals a month. Level 2 customers account for 3 or 4. Level 3 customers account for 3 or 4. Level 4 customers, the real tough ones, account for 3 or 4. You start adding that up, you can see you're starting to get close to 20 cars a month. You start getting to that 15, 20 cars a month. Where you start picking up the big numbers is when you get referrals, when you get repeats, when you get good with working the service drive. That's how you get even farther beyond. But when you get these opportunities in front of you and a customer says, hey, I'm just looking or I'm just comparing, take that as good news that, okay, it's time to shine. It's time to show this customer why my brand is the best. And it only works if you love your brand. It only works if you love customers. It only works if you love selling. It only works if you believe in your dealership in the process. If the customer that is already loyal to another brand can detect any chinks in your armor, any dents that you don't like your dealership, or you don't like your service department, or you don't like your manager, you will not sell that high-level customer. That high-level customer has to be convinced that you love your brand, you love selling, you love customers, you love product knowledge, you love cross-selling, and you can start converting these business professionals, these higher-end customers that are already loyal to another brand to your brand. And once you get them on your side, then you can start selling their family. Then you can start selling them over and over until someone takes them from you, and hope that never happens because you do such good follow-up. But there's different levels of customers, and we have to figure out by, self-check, which ones are we good at? Are you good at just the laydown? Are you good at the laydown plus level 2 people that are already kind of familiar with your brand? And is that all you're good at and you're selling 8 cars a month? Or are you good at the customer that requires more skill? When you see salespeople at your dealership that are selling that higher number of cars, then they've gotten good at all levels of customers, and they can be familiar with detecting what kind of customer they have in front of them. Oh, I'm just looking. Okay. They are buying a car, whether it's from you or somebody else, because they don't want to walk. And the car that they're in obviously is not interesting to them anymore because they're shopping. So we have to make sure that when they say I'm just looking, and they say I'm just, checking things out, I've never checked out your brand before. These are customers that you need to detect that, okay, this is going to require a little more work. When you can close customers that are difficult, your management owners see it. These are the salespeople that get promoted to closers. These are the salespeople that get promoted to finance. These are the salespeople that get promoted to sales manager, to GM. These are the salespeople that eventually own their own dealerships because success to them keeps changing. Oh, I can't wait to get to a sales manager. Now they're a sales manager. I can't wait to be a GM. Now they're a GM. Can't wait to own my own dealership. Now they own their own dealership. I can't wait till I hear feedback from a Poor2Pro podcast listener that they climb the ranks all the way to GM. They climb the ranks to owner. They climb the ranks to sales manager because of the podcast. They were listening and they kept trying and they finally made it to those levels. It will happen one day. We're going to see a Poor2Pro GM, a Poor2Pro owner. And I hope it's you. I hope you guys truly take the podcast seriously, and I hope you guys are taking your career seriously, because the more you take your career seriously, the higher level you're going to go. Remember, the easy deals account to 3 to 5 cars a month. It's those next levels. Look at your average per month and think about, who am I actually selling? Do I have the skills to sell that next level customer? And start training and start getting better, and you will start seeing more success. I appreciate everyone's support. Again, this is the 3-year anniversary of Poor2Pro. Message me, 3-year anniversary, so I know you listen to this episode. Can't wait to hear from you guys. And this season's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Kyle Galaz signing out.